How would you react if a younger woman inquired about your age? Many men struggle to respond with phrases like, "I'm only 45," or, "Okay, I'm 50," but most people say I look younger. "I'm 55, but I still look energetic. I exercise regularly, and I take care of myself." These comments show nervousness and are a dead giveaway that eliminates any possibility of catching her attention. Your age isn't the issue. Rather, how you respond to the question will determine whether or not you have opportunities. Knowing the correct answer, or rather the appropriate responses, to this question will greatly enhance your ability to date attractive younger women. I've included some perfect responses at the end of the video that are appropriate for anyone over 40. Make sure not to miss them. But first, let's understand why a woman, more specifically a younger woman, asks how old you are. In over 90% of cases, when a woman asks how old you are, she wants to know if you're insecure about your age, because then she's testing you to see how confident you are. The first thing you should know is that she already knows you're older than her based on your appearance and physique. She doesn't want to find out if your age matches hers because she already has a preconceived notion about you. Otherwise, she wouldn't be with you asking that question. Her goal now is to test things that she can't see at first glance. Above all, you should emphasize the maturity that you naturally bring to the relationship at your age. Women are quick to pick up on these signs and will never want to be with a man who is insecure or feels unworthy due to his age. Regardless of your age, 45 or 55, you must react confidently and assuredly in this situation. If she tells you that you are too old for her, it's crucial to keep her interest and attraction. Number 1. Women breach their own rules. Here's a short 6-step strategy to assess the issue and prepare your reactions. When it comes to age differences in relationships, women frequently have standards or rules. They say things like, "I wouldn't date someone more than 10 years older than me," or "I want someone from my generation." However, most people don't publicly acknowledge that these rules aren't set in stone or unbreakable when a young woman meets a man who exudes confidence, maturity, and irresistibility. Charm. Those principles can be broken completely. The important thing is to make her feel special, different, and emotionally attached to you. If you can make her feel good, that's what matters most. Joy, appreciation, comfort, and allure. When she feels alive with you, the age difference will not matter. Number 2. Timing is crucial. One of the most crucial factors when answering delicate questions like your age is timing. If you reveal your age too soon, you risk making a mistake because you haven't had a chance to show her who you truly are. The age factor becomes irrelevant because the rules she initially had are replaced by how you make her feel. These emotional experiences outweigh any logic or prejudice she may hold. Before assessing you based on a mere number, women, especially younger ones, require time to get to know your personality, sense of humor, values, and character. Think about it. If at the beginning of the interaction you mention your age, she may form a preconceived notion based on stereotypes. In contrast, if you give her time to get to know you and develop a solid connection, by the time the question arises, she'll have a much more positive impression of you. Her perception of your age will change, because now she sees everything you bring as a man. Give her time, play with the situation. Don't talk about your age until necessary. Let her discover your unique attributes and qualities. Once she has fallen for your personality and charisma, age will become a minor detail. What really matters is how she feels when she's with you. Number 3. Add 2 years to her. Guess this method is simple yet incredibly effective because it combines humor with mystery. When she asks how old you are, instead of answering immediately, turn it around with a smile and say, "Guess how old I am." This response keeps the interaction light and fun, while preventing the conversation from becoming tense again. When she gives you a number, it's likely to be lower than expected. This is natural. Ladies tend to be pleasant and polite in their guesses. Here's where you take control. Add 2 years to her estimate. If you're actually 40 years old, this technique helps keep the conversation in a positive and playful tone. You're not lying or hiding your age. Instead, you're showing that it doesn't define you and that you're secure enough to laugh off the situation. Plus, the initial mystery makes her curious and eager to keep talking to learn more about you. Number 4, spark her curiosity. When it comes to keeping someone interested, curiosity is one of the most potent emotions. If she inquires about your age, respond in a way that piques her curiosity and makes her want to learn more, such as, "You're very close, how about I give you some hints and we can guess later?" This response accomplishes 2 goals. By delaying an answer and fostering a lighthearted dynamic between you two, it keeps the conversation interesting and allows you to express your individuality. Additionally, this tactic demonstrates that you're not taking her question too seriously, which supports the notion that you're a self-assured and laid-back man. The longer she spends speaking with you, the more opportunities there are for a deeper connection. Number 5. Playfully exaggerate. Humor is a very powerful tool when handled elegantly. By keeping her interested, you'll extend the conversation and create an atmosphere where she feels compelled to learn more about you. And assurance 1. Entertaining method to answer if she asks your age is to playfully exaggerate. For instance, you could say something like, "I'm old enough to be your grandfather. Just kidding, I'm actually a few years older than you." There are a number of advantages to this kind of reaction. Reduces tension if the inquiry is meant to test your sense of humor, eases any discomfort, and exudes confidence. This kind of response establishes an emotional bond and shows that you're not taking life or yourself too seriously. One of the finest ways to connect with someone is through humor. If you can make her laugh, you've already got an advantage. The secret is to deliver it with charm and charisma, which shows that you're at ease with your age and have a lively personality. 6th, alter the script. This tactic enables you to completely dominate the discussion by changing. Give it your whole attention. If she asks how old you are, you can firmly reply that you are old enough to understand what I want. But how old are you? I need to make sure you're not too young for me here because you're doing a lot. Assuming charge and ceasing to be defensive. Exhibiting assurance. By acting flirtatious, you subtly convey to her that you're a man with standards who isn't readily impressed. Dynamic. Your response establishes a lighthearted tone in which you both assess one another before complimenting one another. However, I must say that you have amazing energy, which evens the playing field and keeps the mood upbeat while demonstrating that you are not only self-assured and picky, but also charming. Frame your age favorably and constantly talk about it in a positive way. For instance, I'm in my 40s, and I'm loving every second of it. These years have given me a wealth of experience and insight, which demonstrates that you not only accept, but also cherish your age. Such answers convey confidence, maturity, and a sense of purpose in addition to answering her question, and those are ultimately the attributes that really count. An additional piece of advice is to always frame your age positively. For example, I'm in my 40s and enjoying every minute of this stage. This not only answers her question but also shows that you're mature and self-assured. Insecure responses like, "I'm just 40," or, "Okay, fine, I'm 50 but I look younger," or, "I'm 55 but still energetic," are obviously desperate attempts to get approval from others. These statements convey insecurity while also expressing low self-esteem and confidence, which can result in rejection right away. Why does this occur? Because when a man reacts in this manner, he makes his age a delicate subject and is uncomfortable talking about it. He also communicates a fear of her judging him, which makes him try to defend his value. But women can see this insecurity right away, sending them a clear message. This man lacks confidence and pride in his maturity and experience. The important thing is how confidently you present yourself with your age, not how many years you've lived. If you see your age as a barrier, why expect her to see it that way? People are drawn to confident people. Genuineness. The energy that emanates from a man who passionately embraces his age and exploits it as a strength is entirely different. Someone who is secure and aware of who he is doesn't look for validation from others' connections or preferences. How to get across the age gap. It's true that many women have age preferences when looking for a spouse. Some may say they would only date guys in their generation, while others may be attracted to older men. However, these preferences aren't always accompanied by a strong emotional bond. When women feel emotionally connected, they see age differences as secondary because they are looking for experiences, emotions, and men who make them feel special. If they see that you project security, maturity, and positive energy, they will start to see you as attractive regardless of your age, because what matters isn't how many candles on the cake, but rather how present your world makes her feel. A self-assured man who doesn't need an excuse about his own age will always appear far more appealing than someone who is looking for permission to fit a certain mold. How to handle the age question directly and firmly. If a woman insists on knowing your age and you feel like you can't dodge the question, it's important to confront her directly but confidently. Never let this question put you in a defensive position or undermine control of the conversation. A perfect response would be, "Is age really an issue for you? My relationships revolve around connection rather than numbers." This expression achieves several goals. Reroutes. Concentrate on turning the topic to what really matters, the sentiments, connections, and values, making it obvious that relationships aren't just about numbers but about sincere affections for one another, putting oneself in a confident position, not faltering or hesitating, and answering with firm values. It challenges her to think about herself as well by asking her to consider whether age truly matters, as she believes that giving such a response with assurance and a composed smile shows that you're a man looking for real, meaningful relationships rather than worrying about numbers. She'll understand that you value forming real connections over worrying about age. Meaningful conversations, ready-to-use answers. How to respond to the age question with flair. Here are some useful, effective answers to questions about your age from younger women. Most importantly, answer them with a grin. Touch humor flirting, perhaps. These answers are effective because they steer clear of pitfalls and keep discussions light. Justifying yourself that you are too old to respond to that question. Say this while winking and smiling, and then casually switch the subject. This response is ideal for a playful demonstration. You show confidence and control by not taking her query too seriously. How much do you reflect her question, revealing her discomfort? Personal questions. Naturally, grin lightly to avoid coming across as hostile. This strategy returns the ball and helps change the tone to something lighter and more enjoyable. What is your required age? Make sure you are not too young for me in this situation, which involves asking her age-changing rules, placing authority control, adding flirty fun that suggests you have standards as well, and then complimenting something positive like, "But I must admit you have amazing energy for." Didn't your parents teach you not to ask personal questions? Then, change the subject to something interesting and show how little this question affects you with this lighthearted and humorous response. Keeping things in balance is simple, and the secret mindset is crucial regardless of the method or response that is selected. If you address a subject naturally without being defensive or anxious, charisma really makes a difference. Remember that you aren't competing with younger guys because of your unique experience, therefore project a man who is proud of who he is and doesn't need to apologize for his age. By securely answering questions and incorporating comedy, you may connect at a maturity level that others cannot. That's what really counts. Not only keep her from rejecting you, but also make her more interested in you. Thank you for sticking with us through the end. Please remember to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and leave your comments. Until the next time, good luck in your relationships.